All right. Today we're going to be using Pythagorean Theorem to find the length of a segment, or you could also say the distance between 2 points in the coordinate plane. Now, coming up soon, we're going to be using a thing called the distance formula, which is essentially the same process, just kind of all in one big formula. But I want you to do it this way so you can kind of see where maybe that distance formula is coming from. So, if I want to find the length of this segment, or the distance between these 2 points, notice how I can take it and draw this in. I can turn it into the hypotenuse of a right triangle. Down here, this leg is 2. We call that A. And up here we've got B, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. Be careful. It's a common error that students make. I've noticed when they're counting the lengths of these sides, they'll count 1. So first of all, you're counting how many blocks you traveled, not so a lot of times students will start by going 1, 2, 3. Well, you don't start 1 if you haven't gone anywhere yet. So you start here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then they'll say, oh, that's that tiny little fraction of a box. That doesn't count. It does count. You have to count how far you traveled. You're not counting a number of boxes inside the triangle. You're counting how far did you travel going down the side. So imagine this is like a city map, a grid, and you're walking this many blocks. You start here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right? So we just want to find C. What's the length of C? So I've got A squared plus B squared equals C squared. My A was 2. 2 squared plus my B was 7. 7 squared equals C squared. And then let's see, go back here. 2 squared is 4. 7 squared is 49 equals C squared. 4 and 49 is 53 equals C squared. And like we did before, 53 is C squared, but it's not C. It's not the actual length. I mean, that would be obvious. I mean, if this is 2 spaces, 53 would be like huge, huge, right? 53 spaces would be a giant number. This is clearly not 53 spaces. It's the square root of 53. So whatever number you'd have to take to multiply by itself to get 53. So we would say this is the square root of 53, and that's C. And as you can see, the answer is right there, so you can make sure that you've done it correctly. If you don't get square root of 53, you've done something wrong. Doesn't hurt to check to see if these turn out to be whole numbers. Most of the time they won't. In fact, an infinite number of times they won't. A handful of times, also infinite, they will. But in all of these, you've got the answers, so you don't really need to check. So go through, practice these. You need to show your work. And when I say show your work, I mean everything from here on down. You don't have to write the original formula over and over again. Answers are there so you can check your work as you go along, except for the last 4 problems. I will check those for you, and whether or not you get full credit depends on whether you get those correct or not. You will still get most of the credit even if those are wrong. Once you finish this up, you should be ready for our next task, the challenge problem.